4th grade ELA, text at 14, Perseverance. I'm going to read you King for a Day by Roshni Khan. The story takes place in Luhri, a city in Pakistan. Vasant is the most exciting day of the year. With feasts and music and parties, people celebrate the arrival of spring, and many will make their way to the rooftops of Lahore to test their skills in kite-flying battles. So how many of you have made or flown a kite? How do you think a battle between kites would work? Have you ever seen kites like these? What other things do you notice that tells you we're going to read about people who live in a different culture? I'm up early. My brother and his sister arrive, still rubbing sleep from their eyes. My brother asks, Malik, is that all you made? My sister says, how can you be king of Vasant with only one kite? It's called Falcon, Anisha Allah. It will be fast enough. I send my brother many blocks downwind so he can catch the kites I will set free. Inshallah is an expression that means if God is willing in the Arabic language. People say it when they are talking about something they hope will happen. There's the bully next door. Ha! It's time to make him pay for hitting me and throwing stones at my sister. I'll get back at him with Falcon. The bully shouts at us, calling my sister a bad name. My sister yells right back, but when she turns around, I can see she is hurt inside. The breeze lifts the bully's huge kite. His kite is so big I nickname it Goliath. It must have cost a fortune. Falcon is small, built for speed. I let out enough of my special string for my sister to carry Falcon to the edge of the roof. Don't step on the tails, I cry. Don't rip them. What do you think will happen next? How can Malik's kite have a chance of beating Goliath? On the count of 3, my sister jumps. I tug on the string. Falcon leaps into the sky. I'm ready to attack. I work my strength, dipping Falcon so it circles Goliath. Because it is so big, Goliath is slow. My kite string rubs the bully's kite string. Snip! I have sliced it. Goliath flies free, and the bully's string drops from the sky like a fishing line with nothing on the hook. The bully picks up his other kite, a smaller, faster kite. He gets it climbing on the rising currents of air until it's almost as high as Falcon. I take a deep breath, bracing myself. The bully's kite circles, trying to trap Falcon, and move away, watching closely for the next attack. The bully pulls his kite left. Quickly, I pull down as hard as I can, sending Falcon into a steep dive. Let up, Malik, my sister yells. You're going to crash. Just before Falcon hits the rooftop, I pull it up and around several times, snagging the bully's string so he cannot get it free. I reel in the bully's kite so my sister can grab it. The bully's done. He has no more kites. He storms downstairs. So Malik captured the bully's kites. Why might this win feel especially sweet for Malik? I move on to the other kites. It's easier for Falcon to pluck them up from the skies, as if it really is a bird of prey. Big kites, little kites, fancy and plain, even kites made of old newspapers. Sometimes I catch them in groups, making wide circles around clusters of kites. Falcon slashes through their strings for a while. The kites fly where the wind carries them. When they land, they bring to whoever finds them, but at least they will have tasted freedom. And inshallah, I really am king of Vasant today. So what are you thinking as you look at the illustration on these pages? How does it help you understand Malik's actions and feelings? Throughout the day, my brother brings some of the kites I have freed up to the roof. Among them is Goliath. My sister stacks them in a pile. Sometimes the loose kites float close enough for me to catch. Falcon tangles their strings. I draw them in. My sister catches some too. She uses a long bamboo pole topped with thorns. If I am king, she is queen of Basant. At the end of the day, we have a big pile of kites. I choose the 2 I want, then my brother and sister get their picks. After they have chosen, they start back downstairs. My sister says, Malik, you coming? Not yet. The sun is setting on a magnificent day. I want to stay up here to watch. To feel the cool breeze, I want to make my day last a little longer. How do you think this story will end? Suddenly I hear yelling from below. The bully pushes the young girl to the ground. Then he grabs her kite and runs into his house. The girl gets to her feet. Sobbing, she heads down the alley, trailing the kite string behind her. Something makes me pick up Goliath and drop it over the side of the roof. It floats, slicing the air side to side, to land close beside her. The crying stops. The girl picks up Goliath. I duck just as she looks up to see where it came from. When I look again, she's dancing along. Then she rounds the corner. She's gone. One by one, the stars come out till they shine down like a million jeweled kites. My day is done. I am no longer king of Basant. It's time to go downstairs and join my brother and sister. We have many stories to tell of Falcon's triumphs. Tomorrow I will start designing a new kite, an even better kite, for next Basant win. And Inshallah, I will be king again. So what do you think about the ending? Do you like that the author included the part with the girl and the bully?